professor and faculty coordinator of the event, along with my whole team, makes a very warm welcome to all of you to the valedictory ceremony of the very prestigious 10th Manipal Ranka International Moot Court Competition 2024. To begin with the ceremony, I would like to acknowledge the benevolent presence of our honorable dignitaries. Chief guest of the ceremony, Honorable Mr. Justice M.N. Bhandari, sir, Chairperson, Appellate Tribunal under SAFEM Act 1976 and the former Chief Justice, Madras High Court. Guest of honor, Honorable Mr. Justice Ashok Kumar Gaur, sir, former Judge, Rajasthan High Court. Guest of honor, Professor Dr. Amarpal Singh, sir, Vice Chancellor, Dr. Ram Manohar Lohia, National Law University, Lucknow. Special guest of the ceremony, Mr. R.S. Kumar, sir, retired IAS officer. Honorable Mr. Justice J.K. Ranka, sir, former Judge, Rajasthan High Court, Trustee, Ranka Public Charitable Trust. We also have with us Mrs. Bhandari, present today. We also have with us Mrs. Dr. Kamal Dutt, ma'am, former district judge. Mr. Ashok Mehta, sir, senior advocate, Rajasthan High Court. I also acknowledge the generous presence of Mr. Mitesh Rathore, sir, partner JRA Legal Solution. Mr. Azad Shatru S. Mina, managing partner ASM Law Chambers. I also welcome Mr. Siddharth Ranka, sir, Advocate, Rajasthan High Court and Secretary, Ranka Public Charitable Trust. Mrs. Surbhi Ranka, ma'am, Secretary, Ranka Public Charitable Trust. I would also acknowledge the benevolent presence of Dr. Neetu Bhatnagar, ma'am, Registrar, Manipal University Jaipur. Dr. Bharti Kumar, ma'am, Dean Faculty of Law, MUJ. We also have Dr. Soni Kulshrestha, ma'am, Dr. Sonu Agrawal, ma'am, Head Department of Law, MUJ. Our esteemed judges, faculty members, participants, volunteers, and all the other attendees. I would like to extend a very warm welcome to everyone present to the valedictory ceremony of the 10th edition of Manipal Ranka International Moot Court Competition 2024 in association with Ranka Public Charitable Trust under the able guidance of Honorable Mr. Justice J.K. Ranka, sir, along with our renowned law firms, JRA Legal Solution and ASM Law Chambers as our co-sponsors in the event. To begin with the ceremony, at the foremost, I would like to request all our dignitaries to kindly come up for the lighting of lamp. I would request Madam Kanika to also join us on the stage. Thank you, dignitaries. Now I kindly request our dignitaries to please take the seats on the dais. Thank you all. To begin with, to formally welcome our esteemed chief guest of the ceremony, Honorable Mr. Justice M.N. Bhandari, sir, may I now invite Srimati Urmila Raka ma'am to kindly come forward and present a token of gratitude. Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation and being with us today. Thank you, ma'am. I now request our Registrar, ma'am, Dr. Neetu Bhatnagar, ma'am, to kindly felicitate our guest of honor of the ceremony, Honorable Mr. Justice Ashok Kumar Gaur, sir, with a token of gratitude. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. I also request Honorable Mr. Justice J.K. Ranka, sir, to kindly felicitate Professor Amarpal Singh, sir, with a token of gratitude. May I now request Dean ma'am to kindly felicitate Mr. R.S. Kumat, sir, with a token of gratitude. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. We also have with us Mrs. Bhandari. So may I please request Dr. Soni Kulshrestha ma'am to kindly felicitate Mrs. Bhandari. Ma'am, please come forward. Next in the row, we have Mrs. Dr. Kamal Dutt ma'am, who is the guest of the ceremony and have also judged the final rounds of the 10th Manipal Ranka International Moot Court competition. May I please request Dr. Soni to kindly felicitate ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Next, we have Mr. Ashok Mehta, sir, our judge for the final rounds and the guest of the ceremony. For that, I request Dr. Sonu Agrawal, ma'am, to kindly felicitate, sir. Ma'am, please wait for the sibling. Ma'am, you're requested to be seated here only. Soru ma'am, you're requested to be seated here only. Yeah. We now have our guests who have been our constant support throughout the event with us, Mr. Mitesh Rathore, sir, partner GRA Legal Solutions. May I please request Dr. Soni to kindly felicitate, sir. Last but definitely not the least, we have Mr. Azad Shatruas Mina, Managing Partner, ASM Law Chambers. May I please request Dr. Sonu Agrawal ma'am to kindly felicitate, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. To begin with, may I now please request our Dean, Professor Dr. Bharti ma'am, to kindly deliver a welcome address. Please, ma'am.
On behalf of the Faculty of Law, Manipal University, Jaipur, it is my privilege to extend a very warm welcome to our eminent guests on stage, our esteemed guests off the stage, faculty members and students of MUJ, and of course, the participating teams at the 10th Manipal Ranka International Moot Court competition that was initiated on 8th November and has reached its culmination today, that is 10th November 2024. As was true of the inaugural, we are again most fortunate to have an eminent galaxy of legal luminaries to speak at the valedictory session today. A very hearty welcome to our Honorable Chief Guest, Honorable Justice M.N. Bhandariji, Chairman Appellate Tribunal under SAFIM Act 1976, and the former Chief Justice, Madras High Court. Welcome to Guest of Honor, Honorable Justice Ashok Kumar Gaur, former Judge, Rajasthan High Court. Welcome to Guest of Honor, Professor Amarpal Singh, Vice Chancellor, Ram Manohar Lohia, National Law University, Lucknow. Welcome to special guest, Shri R.S. Kamatji. Welcome to Professor Neetu Bhatnagar, Registrar, MUJ. Welcome to Surbhi Ranka, Secretary, Ranka Public Charitable Trust. I would like to acknowledge the august presence of Honorable Justice Ranka Sir and the esteemed members of the Ranka family with us. I extend my respect and welcome to guests seated off the dais, Justice Kamal Dutt ji, Advocate Ashok Mehta ji, Dr. P.C. Jain, Senior Advocate who has just left, and Mrs. Bhandari. Also welcome to JRA Legal Solutions and ASM Law Chambers who have partnered the event. The present moot court, held in association with Ranka Public Charitable Trust and under the award leadership of Justice Ranka Sir, is renowned and is anticipated throughout the year, being held in the state-of-the-art invested Premium Law College of Rajasthan at the Faculty of Law, Manipal University, Jaipur. This year, the moot court problem was on international commercial arbitration. It was on a contemporary theme and was a tad more difficult than the usual, but the different teams proved their mettle and stood the test of questions and scrutiny in different rounds. It is thus after long and arduous proceedings of preliminary, quarter-final, semi-final, and final rounds that we have the final winning team that shall be the proud recipients of the winning trophy today. And I would like to, in advance, heartily congratulate them for it. The semi-finalist team also has put up a strong counter and would emerge as a literally second to none. I would heartily congratulate them too. All the other teams are winners too in their own right, through zestful participation and showcasing of abundant hard work and talent. That is to be heartily congratulated encore. Perhaps three important takeaways from this competition may be: first, participation. Even mere participation in moot court competition or any other law school activity is an affirmative signal that you're willing to go out of your comfort zone to try something that is not routine. Second, passion, to indulge in its preparation so that you are consumed by it in thought and action, and that you give it your best. It would be a lie to say that one does not think of the end result, but it should be an aspiration that motivates you, but not a cutthroat competition that saps or drains you. Third is an introspection, a conscious learning post the competition or the activity, and in relation to it, how to do better the next time through better preparation that may include greater thematic reading, better reasoning, critical analysis, innovative strategy, mock trials, mentorship, and any other best practice that you may observe. As Meb Kaflizige has said, but I also realize that winning doesn't always mean getting first place. It means getting the best out of yourself. As Richard Bach has said, losing in a curious way is winning. As Morgan Wharton has said, you learn more from losing than winning. You learn how to keep going. So, God bless all the students that have participated. I'm sure you have accomplished a beautiful melange of team collaboration, camaraderie, hard work, fun, laughter, and lasting friendships through the different phases of the moot court competition at the Faculty of Law, MUJ. Let this be the ever bright and joyful memories of your time well invested at the Faculty of Law, MUJ. Hope to see you again soon on many more occasions in future. Again, a most cordial welcome to all at the valedictory session of the 10th Manipal Ranka International Moot Court Competition at Faculty of Law, MUJ. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. I now take this opportunity to request Mrs. Surbhi Ranka, ma'am, Secretary Ranka Public Charitable Trust, to kindly address the gathering. Please, ma'am.
It was indeed a fantastic semi-final followed by a super fantastic final. So congratulations to all the participating teams and the teams which are there in the semis and the finals. And may the best team win. Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Justice Shri M.N. Bhandari Sahab. Our guest of honor, Honorable Mr. Justice Shri Ashok Kumar Gaur Sahab. Our guest of honor, Mr. Amarpal Singh Ji. Special guest, IAS Shri Ranjit Singh Ji. Dr. R.S. Kamath Ji. Dr. Neetu Bhatnagar. Dr. Bharti, Justice J.K. Ranka Sahab, Mrs. Urmila N. Ranka, the inspiration behind the trust, ever smiling Mrs. Karuna Bhandari Ji, our esteemed judges of the final round, the entire Moot Court team, the conveners, Dr. Soni Kulshresh, Dr. Sonu, the lawyers, professors, and our very dear law students. It is my honor and privilege to welcome you all at the conclusion of the 10th Manipal Ranka International Moot Court Competition 24, organized at the beautiful Manipal University campus. So when I talk about the campus, it is for all of us to see the magnanimity, the glory, the cleanliness, and the organization which the Manipal University Jaipur portrays. On behalf of the Ranka Public Charitable Trust, I would like to sincerely extend a big thank you to the eminent dignitaries for giving their precious time for the benefit of the law students. We extend our kindest gratitude and warmest regards to you for gracing us. It's an absolute pleasure and privilege to have you with us today. The auspicious beginning of this Moot Court series has been a continuation to the great vision of our legendary Bade Papa, Dr. Shri N.M. Ranka Sahab. He pioneered the Ranka National Moot Court competition under the banner of our trust in association with the most prestigious universities of Rajasthan, and now out of Rajasthan too. More than 5,500 students, so more than 5,500 students from all across the length and breadth of the country have benefited from these moot competitions. To the people present here and otherwise, Shri S. Vethishwaran, Dr. N.N. Sharma, Dr. Karunakar Kotegar, Dr. Neetu Bhatnagar, whether present here or not, we at Ranka Trust and Ranka family are humbled and yet proud of our association with your prestigious university and shall strive hard to make this association a grand, long-lasting and continuous success. Aap sabka bahut bahut dhanyavad. Our sincere gratitude to the entire organizing team of Dr. Bharti, the convener, Dr. Soni Kulshresh and Dr. Sonu, and everybody for their enthusiasm and hard work to make this competition a grand success. अगर कड़ी मेहनत आपका हथियार है तो सफलता आपकी गुलाम हो जाएगी, which is so true for you all. I would also like to take the moment to thank Papa, Justice Shri J.K. Ranka Sahab, for his untiring hard work and dedication to continue what his father left as a legacy. So thank you so much, Papa, for making your family so proud with all humility. To the backbone of this event are the enthusiastic and the passionate bunch of students, without whom this event would not have been possible. So our gratitude to the host students for working tirelessly yet happily under the able guidance of your professors. And a big gratitude you also to the participating students for your enthusiasm and fervor. I hope you all are taking back lovely memories of your stay with new friends and fresh perspectives, as all these experiences and the networking shall certainly go a long way in your professional life. The inspiration behind this lecture series, our Bade Papa, Dr. Shri N.M. Ranka, he continues to be the guiding light for all our future endeavors. He had a magnanimous and enigmatic persona, so much full of discipline and dedication to his profession that he is remembered with immense love and respect by all of us. At this point, I want to add what I heard in an interview of Ronaldo, the greatest footballer, or the GOAT, the G-O-A-T, as you kids say in your language. So Ronaldo was asked that how did you become that great? So Ronaldo, in his typical style, he said, listen, I give you the roadmap, but will you be able to follow it every day? You need to control your mind for that, and which is the hardest part. So to the young students here, the controlling of your mind and doing the right things every day is what it takes. Success isn't always about greatness. It's about consistency. Success is the sum of small efforts repeated each day, every day. Greatness then will come to you as a byproduct along with the money, name, and fame. With this thought, once again, I'm grateful to the dignitaries on the dais and everyone present here, and we promise to continue the plethora of knowledge and insightful deliberations with our best efforts. Thank you so much. Namaskar.
Thank you, ma'am. I now would like to request our Registrar, Manipal University Jaipur, Dr. Neetu Bhatnagar ma'am, to kindly address the August gathering. Please, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. Distinguished Chief Guest, Honorable Mr. Justice M.N. Bhandari, Special Guest, Mr. R.S. Kumat, Guest of Honors, Dr. Amarpal Singh, Mr. Justice Ashok Kumar Gaur, Justice J.K. Ranka, Mrs. Surbi Ranka, Dean Faculty of Law, Dr. Bharati, dignitaries of the dais, esteemed faculty members, and my dear participants. It's both an honor and privilege to stand before you today at this remarkable occasion, which is the organization of the 10th version of the Manipal Ranka Moot Court. On behalf of Manipal University Jaipur, I extend a warm welcome to you all. First and foremost, I'd like to congratulate each one of you, the participants, for participating in this year's Moot Courts competition. You have all demonstrated exceptional legal acumen, articulate advocacy, and a commitment to the ideals of justice and fairness. I'll just give a brief about Manipal University Jaipur for the dignitaries who are here. Manipal University Jaipur is a state private university. We were established in the year 2011 on an invitation from the state government of Rajasthan. It belongs to the Manipal Education and Medical Group, which is known for its 70 years of legacy, and it's known for its renowned established leader in the field of education and research and healthcare. It has made its presence felt not only in India with its 5 campuses, but also outside India in campuses like Dubai, Malacca, Kuala Lumpur, and Antigua. When our university was launched in the year 2011, we began with a very humble beginning of only 250 students in core branches of engineering. Today, we have become multidisciplinary with about 16,500 students on roll with us today. We feel proud. We not only have faculty of engineering with us, we also have faculty of law, faculty of design, faculty of management and commerce, faculty of arts, faculty of science. Apart from this, we also have another vertical, which is our online degree programs. There also, we have reached to a student strength of 70,000. And that student strength, it is across programs like BCA, MCA, BCom, MCom, BBA, MBA, MAGMC, and many other courses which are running. And this was because in 2020, when we got NAAC A plus accredited, and we are very proud to say that we are the first ever university in Rajasthan to be accredited with NAAC A plus grade. And that gave us an edge to start with this online degree programs. Manipal University Jaipur, apart from being NAAC A plus accredited, if you are aware of NIRF ranking, we feel proud that this year we are ranked 64th among the state private universities in India. In engineering, we are ranked 76th, in management 79th. In law category, you all will feel proud, the students especially, that you are ranked 29th among all the law universities in India. Our engineering programs are NBA accredited along with MBA. We also got into the Times Higher Education, that is international ranking, in the band of 601 to 800. Recently, last week only, we secured a position in the QS World Ranking, where we landed in the band of 701 to 750. And in Southern Asia category, we are ranked 222nd. So it's not only the national ranking, but also the international arena that we are figuring. And it's all because of the hard work, dedication of the faculty members and the commitment of the students who are with us. So thank you all. Thanks everyone for this wonderful achievements that we have got over the years. The law school at MUJ has been doing exceptionally well, and today's 10th version of this Manipal Ranka Moot Court competition is a testament to this, that we had been organizing. This is the 10th version. Thank you so much, Dr. Justice Ranka, for actually supporting us along with your family. And Survi, thank you so much for actually acknowledging the university's support. Thank you. In fact, we are actually indebted to you for all the support that Justice Ranka and your family has provided to Manipal University Jaipur. Thank you so much. Thank you. My heartfelt thanks, congratulations also goes to today's winners. And this victory is a testament to your hard work, dedication, and perseverance. To all the teams who have participated, you have made invaluable contribution to the academic and intellectual discourse of the university. Remember, the experience you are carrying with you today, it will shape you, your future career and professional paths. I would also like to take this opportunity to express our gratitude to the judges, mentors, faculty members who have guided the participants and their wisdom and expertise. To the Moot Court Organizing Committee, Dr. Sonu and Dr. Soni Kulshrestha, and also our faculty coordinator. So it's only because of your meticulous planning and effort in ensuring the success of this event and giving the participants an opportunity to deliberate on real-world legal challenges. So thank you all. In closing, I would like to remind you, everyone, the participants, that this event, though ending today, marks the beginning of the new opportunities. We look forward to seeing you, how you will continue to contribute to the legal profession and also to the society. Thank you once again, everyone who have made this competition a success. May your hard work continue to inspire others, and may you always strive to make a positive difference in the world. I would also like to thank the chief guest of today's event, Justice Bhandari Saab, and guest of honors and dignitaries for taking their time out of their busy schedule and gracing this event with their benign presence. Thank you so much. Thank you. Last but not the least, I would also again like to thank Justice Ranka and his family for all the support that he has provided. Thank you all. Namaskar.
Thank you, ma'am. I can't agree more with you that how Manipal University Jaipur has grown leaps and bounds under our able leadership with us in MUJ. Thank you. Moving ahead, may I now please invite our guest of honor, Honorable Mr. Justice Ashok Kumar Gaur, to please address the gathering. Please, sir.
First of all, I will be requesting for pardoning me. I'll start with the sorry note because I was not to speak in the first row from the dais side, but I sought permission of my brother Justice Bhandari, Justice Ranka and other colleagues that I have some pressing need to have some other assignment. But it's a competition which was held as per law, but I'll be pardoned today for breaking the law as far as this series is concerned of addressing this gathering. My esteemed colleague and guest of honor, Justice Bhandari, Karuna Bhabi, as I call her, Mrs. Bhandari, Shrimati Urmila Ranka ji, who is wife of legend, late Shri N.M. Ranka ji, my colleague and my friend, J.K. Ranka ji, and the guest of honor, the other colleagues who are sitting on dais, Mr. Ranjit Singh Kumat, former IAS, and the other guests which are sitting on dais, Mr. Amarpal Singh ji, Surbhi, who is on dais, and the registrar of the university and dean of the university, and my colleagues who are sitting there, Ashok Mehta ji, senior advocate, my colleague at one point of time, Ajaz Shatru Meena, his team, other co-sponsors, and other ladies and gentlemen. And on top of it, all the participants who are here. We are very, very much delighted today to be here. I am thankful to Justice Ranka, who has given this opportunity to me to be with you. This 10th Manipal Ranka International Moot Court Competition is now organized in such a way where teams from all corners of India have participated. I have been told by my friend that as many as 30 teams participated, and the topic which was given to the all competitors was a very complex topic, and today we had an occasion to judge the final round, and we all sitting on the dais were really taken aback with the level of preparation and the communication skill of all the participants who participated here. We think now all those students who are participating in these moot court competition, either they will turn out to be excellent lawyers, or if they choose to go in the corporate side, they'll also prove their ability. I recall our days as my friend Justice Bhandari and Justice Ranka, we all have passed out with 3 years degree course, and during those days we had no exposure to the courts. Now these moot court competitions really take you to very close to the court, because when we see the marking which is given to the candidates, it's not about your preparation, it's not about knowledge, it's about your etiquettes, the way you address to the court, your demeanor, your respect to the opposite side, the way you address to the court. So these all things are practically needed when you go to the court. So this kind of exercise which is undertaken by all the students who are participating, your lot is a very fortunate lot. Ours was I'll not say misfortunate, but this edge which you people have will really prove a great thing. Now, as far as the contribution of Ranka Sahab is concerned, I have been again fortunate to attend 1 or 2 more these moot court competition which he organized in different organizations. He is really serving this legal education in a great way. I recall late Shri N.M. Ranka Sahab, who was a designated senior advocate, and I'll say tax tycoon, who was one of the best lawyer in tax side in High Court we have seen. So when we used to appear in court, and I had one occasion to appear on behalf of Income Tax Department opposite the senior Ranka Sahab, and when I came to know that Ranka Sahab is doing some tax matter and I have to appear against him, so I tried my level best to prepare the matter, and I recollect then when matter was argued at length, Justice Ranka came out and he patted on my back and said, "Young boy, you have done well." I knew that I have not done well, but this is the encouragement I got from Justice Ranka. And he was the person in court, every judge, every opposite counsel will feel so happy that Mr. Ranka is there to address the court. So that was the reputation he built by sheer his hard work and dedication to the profession. I'll only request you people, young people, to now inculcate this habit of hard work and honesty. I just narrate you one incident. Justice Bhandari has been my colleague, we are friends, we have practiced together, he was on the bench earlier, I appeared before him, and now again he has been given some assignment, he is doing it. But now his quality, I'll take lawyer who was asked to argue any case, he is always well prepared. He was so confident that any judge, if he asks any question to him, he will just say, yes, this is there. So that kind of preparation, that kind of alertness in court, you can learn from the experience, I can say. So the lawyer has not only to be well prepared at home. In court when you appear, you have to be street smart. You have to see the pulse of the court. What is court desiring? What answer you have to give? So all these, habits you have to inculcate. Now, I would say that these kind of competitions, these kind of participation will really help you in your long career. And this is what we have learned, that this law is an ocean. Nobody should have an impression that he has learned in law. Every day you learn. Every case comes to you, you see it from different angle. I have talked to so many senior lawyers, they say when we take up a case, we start with the bare act. Those who have 50 years practice, they will start with IPC, the basic definition of fraud, whatever definition they have to see, like culpable homicide. So now the lawyer's job is to see a particular problem, particular view. I am sure that all you people who have come from different places, you had a good experience, and in future you all will turn out to be wonderful lawyers, or in whatever field we go. I am thankful to the organizers, the way they have organized this conference, and I am especially giving thanks to Justice Ranka, who has given me this opportunity, and I may be pardoned again for breaking the rule. Next time, I assure you, I will not break the rule. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. I now would like to request our special guest of the ceremony, Mr. R.S. Kumar sir, to kindly address the gathering. Please, sir.
Namaskar. Honorable guests sitting on the dais, Justice, Honorable Justice N.M. Bhandari, and Dr. Justice Ashok Gaud, who just left, Dr. Amarpal Singh, Vice Chancellor, the Registrar of the University, Dr. Neetu Bhatnagar, Dean Faculty, Srimati Dr. Bharti, and Srimati Miss Surbi Ranka, my honorable Srimati Urmila Ji Ranka, very respected, who she is also President of the Ranka Charitable Trust, and honorable audience. It's very honor to receive for addressing this audience, and it's a chance also. I must say, I was frantically trying Mr. J.K. Ranka, Justice J.K. Ranka, to invite him to some function, and I got invited. Well, I have the fond memories of senior Mr. Ranka, very noble person, very kind person, and I used to receive guidance from him. I was organizing to set up an institution named Vardman Samiti in Jaipur, which is now established and is providing facility to young aspirants for civil service. And the contribution of Sri Ranka was that he kept me motivating that I should pursue. Though it took long time, but ultimately we have received the blessings, and today about 30 persons are residing there and receiving training for preparing for civil services. So I am so grateful to him for being a great support to me. And in the present day, his spirit is still continuing, that through this trust the education of law is being distributed or provided, and this philanthropy is always memorable, because what you give gives you so much pleasure that you cannot get by collecting or amassing anything. Manipal, as the registrar madam told, it has a name. Yes, it has a name. And it's good that Jaipur has got one of the university here, and people are getting educated. And the moot court idea is really a new one, because as Justice God said, that earlier all the law students were just mugging up the law provisions and getting the degrees, but no practical experience at all. But this type of thing gives practical experience. Another thing which is missing is in the law education that the question answers are always like, what is theft or what is murder or like that. My education, my training in the IAS, I learned one more thing. One thing I learned, we are taught law after getting selected in the IAS, and the first thing that my law teacher, he was a retired judge from the Bihar, Patna High Court, he said, don't rely on your memory. That is the first principle he said, don't rely on your memory. First consult the book, check your section or clause, and then decide the case. Don't rely on your memory. So that was a very golden principle he told us. So I would urge all of you to see this. And second thing, in the law exam that we wrote, we were given bare acts along with in the law examination here, no acts are provided. But here the acts were there. But we can't write unless we have read it. So though book is there, and now the question, this type of questions have changed. So it is the application which is important, not the definition of the law. So I think this commandment in the teaching of law and examination of law should come about, that people are asked to apply and not to mug. Well, I have no more authority to speak on this matter. My special thanks to all the organizers, and especially Justice Ranka and Mrs. Urmilaji Ranka, and thank you all. So nice.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful words. May I now please invite our guest of honor of the ceremony, Professor A.P. Singh, sir, to kindly address the gathering. Please, sir.
Honorable Mr. Justice Bhandari, sir, the Chief Guest of the day, Justice Ranka Saab, Professor Bharti, Registrar of the University, Kumat Saab, another guest on the dais, distinguished dignitaries sitting in front of the dais, distinguished guests from the legal fraternity, learned faculty colleagues, participants and student friends. It was indeed a distinct and a very pleasant privilege to be judging this event and also sharing some of my views with the young colleagues here. I take this opportunity to put on record my sincere gratitude and thanks to the organizers for inviting me to be part of this program. Friends, one thing that we need to understand and appreciate, I'm a teacher and I must leave a message for the students. So, one thing that we need to understand and appreciate is that education in general and legal education in particular is turning more and more clinical. Clinical, I mean something that you cannot simply learn by reading through the books. Information alone will not help you, which means that you will have to learn it by doing it. We have a lot of clinical papers that Bar Council of India prescribes, but in dominant number of law schools across the country, and dominant part of all these courses is actually taught in the classroom environment. So that's a handicap. Therefore, the importance and necessity of things like moot court. So please appreciate and understand that legal profession for that purpose, which is, as I said, is more and more clinical. The education itself is turning clinical and the entire process is clinical basically. So this does not make you a perfect professional simply because you have a degree, because you know so many books and sections in this or that legislation. But whether you have a set of skills which makes you a perfect professional, that is what is required. And when I say set of skills, it is not one or two skills, maybe dozens of skills that you need. One more implication that we need to understand and appreciate is that when we say that it's a skill-oriented profession, then you need to appreciate that skill is not something, obviously you cannot get it through the books alone. So you will have to practice it a lot. Take an example of, say, for example, driving or swimming. If I give you a book, say 300 pages, and suppose the name of the book is Theories of Swimming or Driving. I ask you to read the book from cover to cover and then ask you to take a jump into the swimming pool. You shall be scratching your head, how can I swim? Because that skill I have not cultivated. That is exactly what I mean by a skill-oriented profession. You will have to keep on practicing it. And this practice requires a lot of patience and humility, particularly for lawyers. Please understand it, that lawyering is the only profession where you make your submissions, the judge is not listening, maybe shouting at you, even throwing papers at your head. Nevertheless, you say, on your toes, with great respect, my lord, I would like to submit this. Humility is one thing that you need to understand and appreciate how important it is. And obviously, a patient cultivation of those skills, a very silent and patient hard work that makes you a perfect professional. And then, if you stop cultivating these practices, then also your skills get zadded. So this is a very important point that we need to understand and appreciate about legal profession, that you need to learn first by a very patient hard work and then keep on cultivating those skills to excel in your profession. So it's not that once you have mastered these skills, the task is over. It's a lifelong, engagement. Every single day you will have to prepare, you will have to remember things, you will have to argue patiently, You have to articulate your issues. And moot court competitions like this actually makes the students aware as to the kind of hard work and the kind of skill that is needed. Well, one small point that I must make is that the kind of moot courts that we do in most of this was comparatively a different type of a competition, because this was arbitration problem basically. But nevertheless, generally the moot courts, the way they happen across the law schools in the country, they generally replicate the situation in the court which we call final argument, which means that a large part of the practice, for example, trial advocacy, there are honorable exceptions where even this trial advocacy is replicated in moot court situations. But generally speaking, in majority of moot court competitions or moot court processes across the law schools, this trial advocacy is not replicated. And therefore, this is a task that I leave for all the students here and our junior colleagues, because I'm comparatively a senior academician, that now we have to start recreating and replicating the trial court situations as well in the moot court processes, because it is at the grassroots level that we need competent lawyers and litigators. Actually, it is that area which is missing. We have, very nice and competent professionals in high courts and Supreme Court, but the trial court level, where the common litigator comes, there is the need of, very competent lawyers. So there are a lot of things. I'm a teacher and I can keep on talking about a lot of things and giving you a lot of gyan that WhatsApp also keeps on giving, but time constraints are there. I put on record my sincere gratitude. Thanks once again. Thank you so much.
Much thanks to sir. Listening to you was a real pleasure. Thank you. May I now please invite our chief guest of the ceremony, Honorable Mr. Justice M.N. Bhandari, sir, to kindly address the gathering. Please, sir.
Good afternoon, one and all present here. It's really tough to stand before the audience, and generally I oppose any speeches after lunch. It becomes a time to nap in the presence of the... So difficult to carry the audience, and therefore, to make it little interesting, more elaborate, I would request to make it interactive also in the middle of the session, so that everyone who is participating, who is remain successful, they should remain active. And I would be not touching the part which has already been discussed, not related to moot courts, but about your career, how you can shape the career. And before that, my esteemed colleague Justice J.K. Ranka, Justice Ashok God, he has to leave because of his family's esteemed R.S. Kumbhat Saab, Dr. Amar Pal Singh Saab, Vice Chancellor, Ram Manohar Lohia National University, to the area where I remain the judge, Allahabad High Court, and remain the acting Chief Justice also. Mrs. Bhatnagar, Registrar, Manipal, Dr. Bharti, Dean Law Faculty, Shurbi Ranka, she is pioneer and looking after all the work of the Ranka Charitable Public Trust. Senior Advocate Ashok Mehta ji, Adas Shatru ji, Kamal Dutt ji, my wife, dear students, faculty members. Last but not least, pillar of this trust, Urmila ji, my auntie. She is president of Ranka Charitable Public Charitable Trust and pillar behind the show. It's a mixed combination. 10th Manipal Ranka International Moot Competition. It is big for the reason that a university is doing wonderfully well in the academics. As the registrar has informed, it stood 29th in row for all India in the field of law, education, that is taking leading institution in the field of law. And academics is not enough for the profession. You need to have practical training, and I would say lead has been taken by my brother Justice Ranka and his entire family, not only to formulate the trust, it was all auspicious of late N.M. Ranka Sahab, who's devoted himself to see that how the students can be shaped, how they can yield the perfection in the profession, how can they do the best in their career. It is with the great efforts of N.M. Ranka Sahab and now entire family that they are pioneer. They are leading to organize practical training camp. What is that? That is a Moot course, which was missing. My brother Ashok informed that at the time we had taken education, this facility was not available. And one more thing before I proceed, what has been recently said by the Vice Chancellor of the university, very leading university again, that moot courts are very common. You prepare the case, a particular problem is given to you. You would be making research, you would be marshalling of the facts, and then debating to the best of your skills. You are getting exposure, no doubt. But what he has said is, and what is the missing limb, is the trials. I would endorse what he has suggested, and I'll request not only the Manipal University, but Ranka Sahab to take lead in that also. Why it is necessary and what is the skill in trial, I'll just illustrate. See, the case is given to you, you are preparing the case, you know the facts of the case, one side has to oppose and other side has to give the positive word. You would be making research, you are developing your research skills. A presentation is given then, but then it is a monotonous thing which is happening. Something X or something out of box is required to be done. And what is that? Mr. Ashok Mehta is there. He is a senior advocate of Rajasthan High Court. He has practiced in trial court also. He should know, he must know what is the importance of the trial. And what is so relevant in the trial is the art of cross-examination. I think Mr. Mehta would agree with me, which is also required to be taught, which is also a practical aspect which should be given to the students. The difficulty is only one. And I would be frank in saying so, that all those who are going for 5 years law college or NLU, they generally don't try to practice in the trial courts. Trial courts is a crowded place. But I tell you, the roots lies in the trial court only. If you strengthen your roots, you would be successful lawyer if you are coming to the High Court or the Supreme Court. Your roots need to be strong. And for the roots, a skill of cross-examination is also required to be developed. It was difficult for me. I would be sharing my experience because I initially practiced in the labor courts and also the high courts. The skill of cross-examination was not taught to us. It was really difficult to stand for cross-examination of the witness. What question is to be asked? To what extent question is to be? This is one art which is required to be. And I would endorse the Vice Chancellor for that and request that this art should also be developed. Maybe you may not join the trial court, you may not practice there, but learning or getting an art is not bad, and that too of your own field. So this would be working out of box and will give further practical input to the students. See, many things, what exposure you get in the Moot course is not required to be told, because every time whenever you go to the Moot course, the opening and closing session would speak what are the benefits of the Moot course, and you know it. I would not repeat it. I would be talking about the career. I mean, you are at the end of the studies, or you may be midst of the studies. Now, law is taken as a career. At our time, it was the last priority. If you are not getting admission elsewhere in any of the faculty where you can shape your career, you should opt for the law because you would be sure in getting the admission. My case is different than many others like Justice Ranka because we were having the family legacy. My father was a senior advocate, so as Justice Ranka. So we had not taken his last option, but as a compulsion. But now, it is a truth that it is one of the best side to opt for your career. Now, taking LLB is one part. What are the options? How to shape yourself? What field you can opt? That is also required to be. Now, Moot court, you have seen it. Many other things that you have taken about. Why this is required to be taken up? Because you would be shaping yourself now for the career. Ultimately, you have taken law as your field. I would just touching few chances of shaping your career is like you can go to judicial services. I tell you, initially, it was not first priority to go for the judicial services for the reason. If you are a magistrate, you can be given posting in the villages, difficult to survive, but the practice has shown that this is one of the best side to opt for. You are not only getting a good salary, good package, but the most important, the prestige in the society, which is also required. You would be a judge tomorrow. But many times, under the glamour of corporate, glamour of the profession, the litigation, we do not opt for the judicial services, which now, even the students coming from NLU, coming from 5 years law colleges, are opting for judicial services. It is very competitive. I mean, it's not that easy to get. It is not that you are in the 5 years law college system, you'll get the service, but you should keep this option open. You should at least try. And if you get it, immediately after completion of the course, or a day, or a year, or two, you would be known as a judge. And prestige in the village of the magistrate is more than a high court judge in the city. That is the practical aspect I'm telling you. So this is one of the career aspect which can be taken by the students, especially who are in 4th or 5th years of their studies. They have to prepare themselves right now where to go. The second is the litigation. Why I'm taking corporate the third would be given the reason, or I'll take it. You get placement, campus placement, the firms are inviting you, come and join, and would be giving very good packages, starting from 25 lakhs to 50 lakhs and a crore. That is very, very lucrative, very, very attractive. And at times, attracted by the package, we opt or we join the corporates. We join the services immediately. The beginning is great because you learn a lot, you work a lot, and you are getting handsome package also. But I would say you should be careful to opt for the corporates also. A handsome package would be a good beginning, but you have to compare what are the other options. The other option is litigation. Litigation is the most difficult field if you opt for. But according to me, ultimately, this may result out to be the best. I would give the practical aspect of this also. While litigation is tough, it's tough for the reason that if you're joining some lawyer or senior, you would be getting hardly any amount in return. Survival may be difficult, and whereas if you compare yourself with your counterparts joining the corporates, getting huge, handsome packages, you'll see you would be depressed. The reality of life is the beginning may be slow, it may be tough, but if you work hard and work honestly, and once you remain successful in the litigation, sky is the limit. What package your counterpart would be getting, you would be earning many times to that. And it's not economics. It is not just earning. It is the position in the society. If you see a lawyer is successful, many people would be asking, would be running to engage him. You see illustration of senior lawyers in Supreme Court, how tough it is to engage them. People are running, and they have a position in the society, in the country, that can be held with the dint of hard work and if you join the litigation. So I would not be saying that definitely and surely everybody should join the litigation. This can be one of the avenue or one of the field where you can opt for your career. But definitely you need to be very, very careful to select your career. Now the time has come not only to consult your counterparts, your students, your partners, but your family members and those who are having good experience therein. Just as Ranka is there, many of the students who are coming from outside, they can consult the persons who are coming from the field. They can consult the judicial officers. How do they find themselves in the field of judicial service? You can go to a successful lawyer to find out, and also the person who is working with the corporate. I would not be saying that the corporate is not good. Ultimately, now, after good beginning, they take you as a partner also and remain successful. The only difference is, you see all the corporates, all the partners, they are not having name in the society, name in the country. Whereas those practicing, you won't find their name in the newspaper because they are presenting the case. They are given due recognition by everybody, and which includes the media. You are getting name, fame and money, all the three. But again, it's not that easy. You have to work hard. I would say my brother, Justice Raka, is dint of hard work, and not only hard work, the honest working that he remains successful in the profession. He was elevated as a judge of the High Court. There is additional benefit to join the litigation. You can be tomorrow a judge of the High Court. You may be taken as Chief Justice and elevated to Supreme Court also. Justice Chandrachud has retired recently, or rather he would be retiring tomorrow. But you've seen the speech, what has been given, what is the input for the profession, for the judgeship. This is illustrated. And therefore, I have chosen not to speak on the moot courts because I know the Manipal is one of the leading university. They have taken not only the academics, but the practical aspect to shape their students, not only their students, all those students who are participating today in moot courts and taking a very, I think, a very difficult subject, I would say. International arbitration, and that too Singapore rules, is not that common actually. And not only Singapore, I practice in the arbitration also. This is one of the best side and successful in the arbitration is the Singapore. And this is for the reason that execution of the arbitration award, whether it is a dispute between a firm of England and the France or anywhere else, Paris, the arbitration settled at Singapore, the execution is very quick. Adverse to or reverse to that is our country, where even after the award, the objection 34 and then appeal 37, the execution is very, very difficult. So ultimately, or at the end of the day, even if you are having the award in your favor, when you are going to get the fruits is difficult task. You never know when you are going to get it. Anyway, I said I would be making it interactive also. Many of the students must be in the 5th year or 4th year, must be thinking to shape their career, which way they should go. I would be happy if somebody asks a question on that, though I mean, this is not for a question session, but to make it little interesting, I had taken permission of the organization. I don't think they are having any objection to that. So anyone, I would be happy if somebody can ask any question related to not topic, but about the career. Anyone? 10 minutes? Okay. The 10 minutes time has been given, so we'll keep it. I mean, we adjourn the issue for 10 minutes, or the time it is taken up. Okay. So at the end, I may. No, I would be covering, I mean, is the interactive part is there. I extend my sincere gratitude to Manipal University, especially the Dean of the faculty and all who were instrumental to invite me all the way from Delhi. My esteemed brother, Justice Ranka, and our family. Today, unfortunately, his son is not there, otherwise he also take lot of initiatives to make the program success. I, at the end, extend my sincere thanks to the organization for giving me a platform to say a few words to the budding lawyers, the future of the country. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your address. I'm quite certain that listening to you today has been an enriching experience for all of us, and for that, we thank you once again. We are now open for an interactive session. I now invite all the participants and students to kindly raise their hands in case if they have any questions to be asked to the dignitaries. We'll have 2 minutes for an interactive session from our dignitaries, so I kindly ask the students to kindly raise their hands and ask the questions. The mic would be given to you.
Good afternoon, sir. I have a question for Justice Bhandari. Sir, my name is Amishi Basnotra. I'm a third year student, 5th semester. And my question is basically, what are your views on the role of the government in implementing and sustaining welfare schemes in India?
Role of the government?
In implementing and sustaining the welfare schemes in India.
So the issue is not related to the moot courts or otherwise, it's a general topic. See, I mean, we cannot be elaborately say in the open platform, every government tries their level best to give implementation to the welfare schemes. So as the government of India and government of Assam is doing level best. But what is required, it should be to the expectation of the people. At times, it is not fulfilled. At times, it is taken care of. So they are making efforts, the schemes are there. The issue remains implementation, and the machinery involved for the implementation of the schemes, they has to take care of that. I should say, somewhere, if the machine involved in that is not taking care, despite good schemes, it is not reaching to the people.
Thank you, sir. Any further questions from the students? You can raise the hands. Yeah. Yash is there.
Honorable members of the dais, my greetings to you. I am Yash Chaturvedi, a 4th year BLLB student here. Sir, my question pertains to environment law and also the penal statute. So under the IPC and the new BNS, we had sections 278 under the IPC, and in the BNS it is section 280. So they talk about making the environment noxious to public health. So wherever there is a matter wherein a person, so what I want to construe from this is that every morning I see people burning waste on the roadside, and the provisions under section 278 and the new provision under section 280 of the BNS, they say that if a person is found to be making the environment noxious to public health, then a fine of rupees 500 under the IPC, and under the new code it is rupees 1000 which is to be imposed. But sir, we seldom see the police officials imposing such fines. Why is it that despite having a provision in the penal statute, we are not able to see an enforcement of the provision? And what are your views that we can ensure better enforcement of this provision, sir?
See, the provision is one part, implementation is the other. See, causing a murder, there is a punishment. You know, offense under section 302. Still you find murders. At times, the person is booked, convicted, at times, he is not. Making of law is one part, implementation is the other. Now it's very, very difficult. We have vast country, 140 crores. See, I am in Delhi, you know how much pollution there.
Yes.
And especially at the time of Deepavali, despite not only law, but an order of the Supreme Court, still firecrackers were burned. It's difficult, it's not that easy to implement the things. I mean, law is there, it should take its course, but at times, difficulties. And assuming if you impose the penalty without an opportunity hearing, the courts would cause interference. So the process is required to follow, and the difficulty is, I can accept your concern to the issue, when the provisions are there, why it is not given implementation, why it is not given effect to. It should be. I'm with you for that, but again the practical aspect says something different. It should give an effect to, definitely, and it is a need of the hour that whoever is taking law in their hand should be worked, penalized. But the penalty of 500 and 1000, I don't know whether it is sufficient. It should be more.
Exactly. Yes.
Because nobody would be having fear. I mean, if somebody is penalized to pay 500 rupees, is not a big sum. So these are challenges. I mean, we keep on pondering upon it. Government is also taking care of. They make amendments. They try to. The difficulty is how to enforce. We need to have force to that extent, which is missing. That may be the reason.
Sir, if I may be permitted to ask a supplementary question. So in the illustration which you just gave, you mentioned the example of murders taking place. So wherever there is a murder taking place, the cognizance is definitely taken. It is the part of the court's interpretation whether the person is to be guilty or not. But my question is that if the police is in fact taking cognizance in a matter pertaining to murder, why is it that we see that let's leave it because it is a matter pertaining to the environment and it is a petty offense, say let's a 500 or 1000 rupee fine which is to be imposed, and let's not take the cognizance in this regard, and only for an offense of the magnitude of murder shall we take cognizance?
No, I mean, you are not taking it correctly. What I'm saying is, penal laws are there. Still the offenses are not stopping. That was the LS.
Exactly.
Secondly, what I said, mere making law is not enough. Therefore, you need to have enforcement agencies. Have you ever studied what number of police personnel are required in a state and what is the strength of those personnel? It is not even 5% to the required. If you divert a police personnel to chase a person who is polluting the environment, there would be no law and order situation. In few police station, I know what is the required strength is 100. There are only 5% there in the police station to watch the area. It is a task. The difficulty is we need to have enforcement agency which is missing. Otherwise, it is to be implemented is required to be. But I mean, many a times it is relevant, but we see difficulty in giving impact to. Government should do it, should bring more and more the person to see that implementation is made. Definitely. It is up to the government to do that.
So this is just a submission to my young friends here. Implementation is not the responsibility of the police or the government alone. It is the responsibility of the community as well. So what makes a law perfectly implementable is not the enforcement machinery, but the commitment of the community to abide by the law. If that happens, then you will not be complaining about. There are limitations with the system, no doubt about it. But ultimately, what makes a law perfect is the commitment of the community, and that is where we are missing.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for the wonderful answer, and thank you, Yash, for the relevant question. Yes, we have next Dirghayu.
सादर अतिथि गणों को मेरा प्रणाम. Sir, I am Dirghayu Sharma from 4th year BA LLB law student. Sir, it's just a follow-up question, and sir, what I find is that as you have delivered, that is the problem in the implementation of that. So, sir, I have an idea that I wanted to share with you, that if there is a problem in the implementation, that after the citizens, they are not abiding by the law, or they are not following the practices that they should be following by not burning the waste, and henceforth they won't be liable in section 278. So, sir, like there is a provision in the e-waste management rules of 2016, that is the extended producer responsibility, that the manufacturer and the retailers, that the product they are selling, they have an extended responsibility, that after the end of end of the life of the product that they are producing, the producer or the manufacturer or the retailer will be liable for the disposal of the waste. So, sir, relating to that is that the waste we see around here, what is the maximum strength of waste we see around here? It is most is of the packaging. And sir, what I found is that in relation to the e-waste management rule, extended producer responsibility, we can have an extended consumer responsibility. Like for example, if we are selling chips of 10 rupees, then we can impose example 5 rupees upon the packaging of it. Because in our society, that what is very important is the awareness, that feeling from inside that I ought not to throw this waste. Sir, I don't think that habit will be inculcated in the society. And till the time that it has been inculcated, this society, this environment wouldn't be there. So what I think is that this implementation should be there, because where the monetary value comes in, the human being tends to take action. Otherwise, this situation will not be reduced, or the environmental consequences have to be faced till the monetary value has been imposed over this. Sir,
so definitely is a good suggestion. I would give an example. I was in Gangtok. So as usual, we are on the main road, and we and friends, it was around 5 o'clock. So we were eager to take tea, and we went to a shop and asked them to prepare the tea. And we asked, sir, we are standing on the road. Please, sir, it would be more convenient because the environment is good outside the restaurant. He said, I cannot serve you the tea with whatever is the cup outside you have to come inside. Under the anxiety, we asked, what is wrong if we take tea outside the restaurant? We are comfortable, we are standing, we need not to sit in the restaurant. The answer was given, sir, I don't know where you are going to throw the cup. If it is thrown on the road, you are not going to be penalized. Penalty would be on me. And that was a check. That was taken in the good taste, and thereupon, we were on the highway, maybe 15 or 20 kilometers away from Gangtok. A barren area, somebody was having a thela near the roadside, we had taken something from the lady, old lady. She said, "Sir, you have to eat it here only, and you have to throw the wastage in my dustbin. Otherwise, I will not serve you." So these are the things. Definitely, what you are saying is correct. But you know, the population and what the Vice Chancellor sir has said, we need to have civic senses, ethics. I mean, all the problems are because of us. You go to other countries, I tell you, if you would be going to any other country, you go to Europe, you go to any other country, you will not throw anything. While you are in India, and if you have not developed the habit, you would be feeling a lizard to throw anything anywhere. So it is more our responsibility. We at times say it is the responsibility of the government. The difficulty remains one. See, addressing the problem of garbage, the Rotary people came to me that we are going to clean our railway station, one of the leading railway station of Jaipur, Gandhinagar, and every morning we clean. I said, cleaning is not going to solve the problem. Find out how many dustbin the railway station has. Because even if I'm sensible to throw something at the right place, I don't find a dustbin there. So what I said is put dustbin so that the difficulty of our India is not so simple. You put the dustbin, tomorrow you will not find that dustbin also. So how to, this is a very, very complex problem. It cannot be, yeah, right. So definitely, but I appreciate, you have shown concern to that. There's a problem is complex. You see manholes, people go down. If it is iron manhole covered by that, tomorrow you will not find there is missing. You go to Europe, you go to anywhere, it never happens. So that is the level the citizen is required to be more ethical, to be more civic. That is what is required.
Just to add a few words, while we are aware of our rights, what has exactly been said by my two learned speakers, we are aware of our rights, but not obligations. Duties towards the society, duties towards the community, duties towards the nation, we are not aware. Now we are aware, but we don't want to express or show otherwise. यहाँ तो डस्टबिन उठाने की बात कर रहे हैं, ATM उठा ले जाते हैं लोग. See, that's a shocking thing that ATMs are being uprooted and taken away. What could be the height of going down? Dustbin तो 150 रुपए का भी होगा, but ATMs are being uprooted. So many things are being stolen away, which are public property. What to say? You are a responsible citizen. Teach your community people, teach your surrounding people that this is not what you are doing right. Put in the dustbin or put in the waste paper or keep in your car. Don't throw away from the car. Wrappers और ये जो बनाना के लीव्स और कितनी चीज़ें जो हम लोग रोज़ देखते हैं कि सड़कों पे पड़े हुए हैं, क्लीन करके जाते हैं और आधे घंटे बाद वापस अनक्लीन हो जाता है. वापस गार्बेज इज केप्ट.
ऐसा नहीं कि इंडिया में क्रिटिसिज्म भी करें हम. आई वुड गिव इलस्ट्रेशन ऑफ इंदौर. इंदौर इज वन ऑफ द क्लीनेस्ट. एनीवन कमिंग फ्रॉम इंदौर? नो स्टूडेंट. You see the learning of the person. One officer was so alert. I was visiting Indore, तो वहाँ पे लोग इतना alert हैं, and see that you should not throw anything on the road or side. वो offending feel करते हैं, not the administration. The public of Indore would feel offending if somebody is throwing anything on the road or elsewhere. The learning process is on, though the complexity we have is going to take time. But we appreciate the concern shown by you.
Thank you, sir. It was not only an answer, but a message for all of us. And thank you, Dirgayu, for the wonderful question. Any further questions?
डाइस पे बैठे सभी गणमान्य लोगों को मेरा नमस्कार। मेरा नाम भव्य पारिक है, मैं 5th ईयर का स्टूडेंट हूँ। जैसे भंडारी सर ने बताया, एक सक्सेसफुल एडवोकेट और जज के साथ साथ सर जैसे एनवायरनमेंट की बात हो रही है, तो सर का एक जम्बाई रामगढ़ वाला केस सर ने खुद ने उसके ऊपर सो मोटो एक्शन लेके एक बोल्ड स्टेप लिया था। सर मेरा इसी से रिगार्डिंग एक क्वेश्चन है करियर को लेके। जैसे हम में से कई लोग सोशल एक्टिविस्ट बनना चाहते हैं, तो सोशल एक्टिविस्ट बनने के लिए क्या हम मतलब एक एनजीओ खोलें या फिर एनजीओ के साथ काम करें, या फिर एक अधिवक्ता होते हुए भी हम उसको आगे बढ़ा सकते हैं, जिस प्रकार आपने भी ये किया था? तो बहुत सी पॉलिटिकल बर्डन्स वगैरह आए होंगे, बहुत प्रेशर्स वगैरह आपके ऊपर उस समय भी आया होगा, तो एडवोकेट बन के उसको स्ट्रांगली लड़ने की जगह अपन एनजीओ खोल के काम करें, या अधिवक्ता के साथ भी हम उसके अंदर काम कर सकते हैं?
This is, I mean, simply we can say the position can be taken anywhere. As an advocate, as a citizen, as a member of NGO. The benefit in the NGO is you have a team, because you need to work hard. I mean, if you are addressing certain issues of social nature or relevant, you need to make a research, make efforts to teach the people. So if you are having a group, and why NGO? Because you need financial assistance also, which a single person would be getting difficult. So the Jamba Ramgarh, I mean, again, if we speak on the problems of our country, it would be endless. बहुत सारा concern दिखा है environment के लिए. Environment का ही part है the scarcity of water. आप देखिए कि बहुत सारी river dry हो गई, बहुत सारे ponds dry हो गए. And when I was Chief Justice of Madras High Court, I'm telling you, good rainfall, बहुत सारे reservoirs से lust of having some place we encroach upon. I was little harsh to take action against them, to ask them to demolish their construction. But as a citizen, we need to have some responsibility. And if you take steps, the only difficulty or the challenge would be, apart from the social work, you need to have some system of earning. Otherwise, it's difficult to survive. So NGO में थोड़ा पैसा आ जाता है तो आप survive कर सकते हैं. But it's a good question. आपने अपने देश के बारे में या अपने लोगों के बारे में सोचा. We appreciate that part. But you can take whatever you take the position as an advocate, as a member of NGO, or independent. Independent would be little tough. That is what I can say.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Bhavya. Okay. Now moving towards the most awaited moment. Yeah.
एक जहन में ज़रूर एक पॉइंट आ रहा है कि जैसे ये स्टेट यूनिवर्सिटी है, इसमें ऑनरेबल जस्टिस रांका सर का एक बहुत योगदान रहा है. एंड इस परिवार के थ्रू आई थिंक काफ़ी यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में बहुत सारे पहलकदम किए गए हैं फॉर मूट कोर्ट्स एंड ऑल. सो पॉइंट इज़ कि जो हमारे जजेस हैं फ्रॉम द हाई कोर्ट एंड सुप्रीम कोर्ट, स्पेशली व्हेन दे रिटायर, देयर शुड बी सम मैकेनिज्म्स टू फॉर मेंटरशिप through them of different institutions. And I know there is professor of practice is a new mechanism which has been evolved, but some more proactive mechanisms maybe which could actually enable this kind of ये जो interaction अभी है, because we are able to have it, but there are so many more colleges waiting, for this kind of very highly illuminating and very thought-provoking questions and answers. So just that's a jahan bhi hai. So if you could also, enable this whole procedure in a more proactive way. Yes.
Definitely. Right now, I am having some position. So थोड़े से restraint रहते हैं, थोड़ी सी limitations रहती है. The day I'll retire, please engage me. I'll definitely be there.
But madam, there are certain, like myself being a free bird, I can critically also analyze many things, and I can I'm critical also in various manners. So, like myself, there are several of my friends, retired judges, who would be open to interactive sessions like Justice Alok Sharma and all. Others are there where we would be available to you or other institutions for such interactive sessions and all.
Beneficial to the students. I mean, this is a good idea, great idea. It would be beneficial. I mean, they would be learning how the person reached to the heights. क्या उन्होंने मेहनत करी, कैसे करी. I mean, this all can be a learning. They would be.
Under Manipal, we could bring a cluster of colleges.
Definitely.
Which are in the vicinity so that everybody gets the benefit.
Yeah, definitely. That would be wonderful. I mean, this is a good idea. I appreciate.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. We'll definitely look for more collaboration with all of you.
Sir, first of all, very good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. Sir, I am from a rural area, sir, background area. So basically, sir, there are two acts, sir, POSH and POSCO, Sexual Offences Act, sir. तो सर बेसिकली लाइक अब कोलकाता वाला केस हुआ था सर, तो अभी तक उनको भी जस्टिस नहीं मिल पाया. इट्स रनिंग इन द कोर्ट. सर अगर रूरल एरिया में ऐसा कोई लाइक ऑफेंस होता है, फॉर द वेरी फर्स्ट सर लाइक लड़कियों को दबाया जाता है कि हमारी है ना घर की रेपुटेशन खराब हो जाएगी एक्सेट्रा. सर अगर इतने हाई लेवल केस को भी जस्टिस नहीं मिल रहा अभी तक, तो सर उनकी बात कैसे सुनी जाएगी सर? दिस इज माय क्वेश्चन सर. थैंक यू सो मच सर.
This is our perception. I mean, justice needs to be given, and this is required a priority also. But think at times there may be allegation correct or incorrect also. Our system, our constitution is having fundamental right of liberty, Article 21. So overnight we cannot throw anyone. They would be arrested, but trial will take time. See, I mean, the Vice Chancellor has said, I mean, trial, there is a very minute component. The cross-examination is required. Assuming there are 20 witnesses to be examined, it's overnight, it is not possible. There are a number of cases in the court. They need to be given priority, like the incidents of Calcutta, definitely I endorse. But at times we think that overnight it should happen. It is not possible. It is not possible in any country, other than few where the system is very, very small. Like China, it can happen because they have a system of confession. And if somebody confess, the penalty is reduced to half. One of the Chief Justices who has seen the trial, there it is possible. We don't have that system actually. If somebody confesses for commission of the rape, the punishment would be the same. It is not going to reduce the half. There are the separate laws and systems. So don't gather impression कि कोई justice नहीं हो रहा है. Justice में time ज़रूर लगता है. System is somewhere. कई बार ये बोलता है कि बहुत time में फैसले होते हैं. We never realize it's not a fault of the judge or the system. See, as against what we need 1,000 judges, we have 50 judges. Judges are human beings. I mean, you see the cause list of Rajasthan High Court present 800 to 1,500 cases before one judge. How much time is with the judge is 300 minutes in a day. Not a minute for a case. He is required to hear both the parties. He has to dictate the order. Is it humanly possible? So the burden is so much. The difficulty is we can criticize the government at times, we cannot, because what is required is to strengthen the judicial system. System में procedural law को भी ठीक करना है, लेकिन सबसे पहले judges की strength को बढ़ाना है, because with this burden nobody can expect immediate justice in the system. बहुत बड़ा dent है हमारे system में, but then whatever is the truth is truth.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the questions to all the students and participants. Now moving towards the most awaited moment of the ceremony, for which we all have gathered here. We have finally come up with the results of the prestigious 10th Manipal Ranka International Moot Court Competition 2024. For announcing the results of the competition, I would like to request Mr. R.S. Kumar sir to kindly announce the result for the first award, which is for the best memorial. So please.
Best Memorial Award TC012.
TC012, kindly come to the stage. The participants' names are Tushar Tyagi, Ayush Kumar and Adya Katiyar. They are from Dr. B.R. Ambedkar National Law University, Sonipat. Can we have a quick round of applause for these students? If you can come forward.
So fourth year. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, ma'am.
For the next award, I would request Dr. Neetu Bhatnagar ma'am to please announce the result for Best Speaker. Thank you all. The next award is for the best researcher, and I would like to request Professor Amarpal Singh sir to kindly announce the result.
So the best researcher award goes to Mr. Nikhil Bhargav of TC032.
Mr. Nikhil Bhargav, TC032 is from NLIO Bhopal again. So these results are based on the researcher test which we had on 8th of November, and Best Speaker Award was based on the prelim round scores. For these three awards, the winners are given the certificate, trophy and the cash prize of 5,000 rupees respectively. Before we announce the winners and the runner-up for the competition, we can't let go of our semi-finalists. So I would request our semi-finalists to kindly come on the stage, TC029 and TC038, to kindly collect their certificates. TC029 is from Symbiosis Law School, Hyderabad. And we have TC038 from School of Law, Christ University. Yeah. Let's clap for our semi-finalists. TC038, School of Law, Christ University. We have Rishikesh, Adora and Aruna. Thank you to our semi-finalists. Let's move forward for the final awards for which teams have made months of efforts. May I please request Honorable Mr. Justice M.N. Bhandari sir to please announce the results for the runner-up and winner for the 10th Manipal Ranka International Moot Court Competition 2024. I would request both the teams TC032 and TC040 to kindly come up on the stage. Both the teams, TC02, 032 and TC040. Please come up on the stage.
First runner. The first runner-ups, TC40. TC40.
TC40, the runner-ups of the competition. University 5-year Law College. Names of the participants are Anubha Sharma, Shatakshi Avasti and Yashwini Dhaka. University 5-year Law College. Rajasthan University. Yeah. Let's have a continued clapping for our runner-ups. Runner-ups are requested to stand here. We'll have a group photograph. Yeah. Now we have winners.
Runners.
Without any doubt. We have TC032, NLIU Bhopal, Yashodhama Singh and Nikhil Bhargava. Let's have a round of applause for our winners of the 10th Manipal Ranka International Moot Court Competition 2024. I would request our runner-ups to please join on the stage with the dignitaries for a group photograph. Winners are requested to be there. Let's have a group photograph with the runner-ups and winners. You can hold your trophies high. Yeah. The winners and runner-ups are given the certificate, trophy and cash prize of 20,000 rupees and 15,000 rupees respectively. Thanks to all the dignitaries. A heartiest congratulations to all the teams and participants for these awards. Everybody is a winner if you have participated. Thank you all to all the participants for being here with us. May I now please call upon Mr. Siddharth Barkul, Assistant Professor and Faculty Coordinator of the event, for the closing remarks.
Good evening, everyone. Inspired by the visionary ideals of our founder, Dr. T.M.A. Pai, the Manipal Ranka International Moot Court Competition embarked on its journey with a single step in 2016, driven by the belief that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Now, in its 10th edition, this journey has evolved into a remarkable legacy of excellence. On behalf of Faculty of Law, I, Siddharth Barkul, with Ms. Nishtha Acharya, Mr. Kartik Chamadia, Ms. Hiteshi Agarwal, Mr. Vishwas Gupta, Ms. Chitwan Agarwal, Assistant Professors and Faculty Coordinators of 10th edition of Manipal Ranka International Moot Court Competition 2024, organized in association with Ranka Public Charitable Trust and co-sponsored by GRA Legal Solutions and ASM Law Chambers, would like to extend our gratitude to our honorable dignitaries for a great and engaging session in our valedictory ceremony. I can't thank enough each one of you, our chief guest of the event, Honorable Mr. Justice M.N. Bhandari sir, guest of honor of the event, Honorable Mr. Justice Ashok Kumar Gaur sir, guest of honor of the event, Dr. Amar Pal Singh sir, special guest Mr. R.S. Kumat sir, Honorable Mr. J.K. Ranka sir, respected Srimati Urmila Ranka ma'am, Srimati Renu Ranka ma'am, for taking out time and coming all the way from different places for us and for our participants and sharing your words of wisdom with us. Thank you once again, dignitaries. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our co-sponsors, GRA Legal Solutions and ASM Law Chambers, for supporting us throughout this event. I extend my sincere gratitude to our leadership at MUJ, Chief Patron Shri S. Vaitheshwaran sir, President Dr. N.N. Sharma sir, Pro-President Dr. Karunakar A. Kotegar sir, Registrar Dr. Neetu Bhatnagar ma'am, for always being the torch bearer and allowing us to conduct this event every year very smoothly. My thanks also goes to our respected Dean, Dr. Bharti ma'am, for being a guide and mentor to us. I extend my sincere thanks to our Director of MUJ Tech, Dr. Vijay Lakshmi Sharma ma'am, for her unwavering support in organizing this event. I am grateful to Dr. Soni Kulsreshta and Dr. Sonu Agrawal ma'am, heads of Department of Law, for all the planning and final execution of this event and giving us the opportunity and showing faith in us to conduct this event. This event would not have been possible without our participants who have shown interest to participate in this moot court competition. Thank you so much to all of you for being part of this event. My sincere thanks to all faculty members who were present with us today and supported us throughout the successful conduction of this event. My wholehearted thanks to each one of the student coordinators and volunteers of various committees for all their remarkable teamwork and support throughout the preparation stage, without which this day would not have been possible. And of course, my thanks to the IT support, library staff, general services and administration, food and hospitality team at Quest, Mr. Gajen Singh ji, Mr. Satish ji, staff of GDW, and to all whose names, if I missed, for endlessly providing their support at backhand and for always being available with us. We look forward to continuous participation for our future events as well. Thank you everyone. Have a great time. Wish to see you again in forthcoming events organized by Faculty of Law, Manipal University Jaipur. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, and thank you everyone for being here with us. With this, we conclude our ceremony. Thanks a lot, respected dignitaries, for joining us with today. Thank you. Now, I request all of you to kindly stand on your respective places for National Anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you, everyone. I request dignitaries to please come on the center of the auditorium so that we can have a group photograph. All our guests and dignitaries are requested to please come on the center, please gather in the center of the auditorium so that we can have a group photograph. Yeah.